Hi guys, thanks for joining me for another episode of Twisters game show tonight. You really like to see me sweat, don't you? Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you could be here. And here we go again. I think this is the second Twisters. I think it is. Anyway, fun for you. The more I think about this game show, the more I'm like, fun for them, not fun for me. Okay, so as we know with Twisters, I go through randomly scrolling and pointing with my husband, just plucking clickbait off of the titles of, I don't know, about 30 of my 1,300 plus shows. Those are, as we all know, put in here, a whole bunch of just literally whatever the clickbait said. So it's like, my problem. So I eat my clickbait, yay! So we're gonna create a new show out of a combination of two random disparate topics chosen out of my little bear from my nursery when I was a baby. Whatever. Okay, so I gotta use these to read them, and I'm kind of cheating because in a true improv show or class, you would be thrown this at you and have to do it in that nanosecond. I need some time, you guys. Just let me assemble my brain a little bit before we do this. Okay, here we go. Ready? Twisters. Oh gosh. 2 to combine. Randomly chosen. 1 and 2, right? Okay, there you go. You can see, I don't know what they are, and here we go. Okay, Twisters. Number 1, ladies and boys of the evening that Sean ran with and loved starting at age 12 and ending at 22. Topic 2, shows with Grace Jones in 81, hanging with Belinda Carlisle, seeing Hair, The Wiz, operas, and Hollywood. Okay, so that is all about shows and stuff that I saw up to 81. Notable shenanigans, theater shenanigans, music theater shenanigans in Hollywood in 81 versus ladies and boys of the evening that Sean ran with. I'm buying time here. Okay, you guys, okay. Hold on. Man, these are like totally different times. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Wait. Right. And then right. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep looking back at these, but okay, so tonight we are going to have a show combining the ladies and boys of the evening that Sean ran with and loved starting from age 12, ending through that running with the wolves kind of summer that I had with my sex worker friends through up until 22, and then big shows I've been to include Grace Jones. Well, you have got me, guys. Okay. So, following the time that I first, oh boy, am I winging it. Okay, following the time that I first started, as one could say, running with the wolves, not to equate any sex workers with wolves, but these were wild times. These were times, ironic times you wouldn't expect that I would be at 12 years old hanging out with sex workers at All American Burger. I'm talking about tricks. I am not kidding you. I have a witness, my best friend Alessia, ask her. And that continued up through 22. And much the same way that I was out and about doing my thing at 12, albeit only a few blocks away, because the strip, as it were, the high-end sex worker, heterosexual sex worker strip was a block up from my house, and the burger joint was 3 blocks down. I would often do this by myself even. So I guess in the same way, you could say that I was off, like for instance with Belinda Carlisle. We were both at the screening, if you could call it premiere or whatever, on Hollywood Boulevard of The Decline of Western Civilization. It was a very famous post-punk, again, punk London, post-punk US, punk film by Penelope Spheris, A Decline of Western Civilization in '81. And when it premiered on Hollywood Boulevard, there was a fear of riots. So I was there hanging out with Belinda Carlisle and her couple of friends and my girlfriend and 2 others right at the door of the Hollywood Theater, which is now like Ripley's Believe It or Not or whatever on Hollywood Boulevard. And Daryl Gates got so freaked out about what was going down with these crazy punk rockers on Hollywood Boulevard in 1981 that he subsequently banned that film from ever being shown in a Los Angeles theater. And guess what? Till many years later, I don't remember that it was. Why? Because after the screening, we came out and they feared a riot. Me, my compadres, Belinda and a couple of her folks were standing there coming out, and there were riot police all along Hollywood Boulevard with the guards and helmets and everything. There were, you just Google it. Decline of Western Civilization premiere Hollywood 81. So I guess, that kind of is in a way that free spirit, that sort of sense of invincibility, that I'm there. I did not have a chaperone. I was 14. Belinda was, I don't know how old she is, whatever. She was older than me, I can tell you, because she was playing The Mask, which was way that's like Rodney Bingenheimer punk way back. The Mask, actually. Interesting Hollywood lore there. So she's older than me. I saw Belinda Carlisle opening act Halloween night at the Starwood, okay? And they weren't booed off stage, but the only song that they really had of note at the time was called Cool Jerk. I'm not gonna hum it or bop it or sing it for you, but there you go. Google it, YouTube it. They disowned that song, actually, in a way. Once whatever their next big hit was, Cool Jerk disappeared. Cool Jerk was the GoGos. I first would even deign to listen to the GoGos because of Cool Jerk, but this is 1981. So wow, there's a story. I saw Belinda Carlisle before hanging out with her. No, actually I saw her, I don't know, mix 6 of 1, right? At the Starwood as an opening act with the GoGos. And I think the Suburban Lawns, and I want to say Fear was playing that night too. And let's, I guess, just dovetail it back to the fact that I would do stuff like that and be brushing up against such adulthood at 14, doing those things that just, everything from Daryl Gates to Belinda Carlisle to all of that stuff. Much the same way, I guess, at 12 years of age, I would walk up Orange Grove, Halloween Street, ding, 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 2 shows ago, and walk down 3 blocks on my own and just, I don't know, just rap with the sex workers at All American Burger on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. So I don't know how I dovetailed that one too much into one cogent show, but I guess the fringe is with some of these shows is that stuff that I kind of didn't touch on the first go round may have been stuff I didn't kind of really want to touch on. I may not want to have mentioned somebody or a something. But now in this improv instant, I am forced to, because what else am I going to do? In improvisation, you just can't sit there and stare unless it's part of the scenario and the character. Okay, well, I hope it was true to something tonight, but that's Twisters for you. Cogent or uncogent, sensical or nonsensical, there you go. You got a little bit of the GoGos, you got a little bit of All-American Burger, straight strip of sex workers on Sunset in what is now West Hollywood. And that was actually pretty close though, in time. I got that one. We're talking 78 to 81, so what I talked about was within 3 years of each other. Bingo! Did something right today, besides invite you in here and be grateful that you let me share my stories with you, okay? So there's Twisters for tonight. Tomorrow we'll have a show, teaser, clip, preview, and who knows what else, right? Lately? Oh. Okay, take care. And there's some kind of holiday coming at you tomorrow, so however you take it, do with it as you will, but make it good. Okay, bye.